Okay, so white would go here, then black would extend, and then white would go here. So now this group's okay, and black does have this cut right here, but white's fine. And black shouldn't make this move because these stones don't matter at all. A good thing to remember is always to remember the value of stones. At this point, the white group at e2 is not going to die. It already has one eye, and if black lets it, it could make two eyes. And it's out in the center, so it's really easy for white to make two eyes. So these stones at f2 don't really matter at all. Also, white's group at j2 is completely safe right now. There's no way for black to kill that group either. So at this point, these stones at f2 don't matter at all. So when white makes this move, you should tanuki somewhere else. So I personally don't like this in the game though because black has an eye with his j3 group, and my group at j2 isn't quite as safe. So I think this may have been a better move by black than what he did in the game. He did this, and this, and then black jumped out. So now all of my groups are safe, and or except for my C11 group. But this is of course Sente. So I started making these moves, and then black is still very weak, and my group at f11 is now completely safe because it's basically connected to my g7 group. So I don't think this was the correct move I at L13. At this point, the move I was aiming for was M6, and I was just going to kill this group over here. I was just going to make a big wall in the middle and then kill that group, and then I would win. But I probably could have just done this and killed this group. There's a few different variations. Black could try Kozumi or something. Then I would cover. He tried this or something, or this. This usually isn't a good shape though. Usually it's best, even though it doesn't really look nice, it's best just usually to do this. Because here, if you look at the game, let's say white does this, and black does this, and white has to connect here, otherwise his J11 stone gets captured. Or actually, let me see here, actually. If white goes here, actually now that I think about it, I think actually this would be okay for white. Because black only has one eye, and my groups are pretty safe right now, and his stones are looking pretty dead. There might be some type of something I'm not seeing, but another thing to keep in mind is this group has an eye down here, if I get Sente anyways. So I would have to look into this variation, but this looks pretty good for white. So just sacrificing the stone might be nice. So if I connected, which is usually what you have to do, then this is no different than in the previous variation, like this. The difference is, in this variation, you have a weakness with your M11 group, where black can try to Atari this way or something. So even though this way, it doesn't look quite as nice because you know black can get out. Like this looks like you're covering a little bit better. But generally, this shape isn't as good as this shape. In this case, this would, I think, be better. I'm not sure though. So, in the game, I played this. And then right here, and then There's someone who commented that said F11. I looked into it a little bit, and it did look kind of promising for black, but when I really looked into it, it didn't really. I mean, like, go Atari this way, and then goes to me. Jump, and as you see, the only really way that black could somehow win this is by killing my group at e4. So first he would have to start reducing my liberties, or he'd have to try to get rid of my eyes, which would be kind of difficult because I haven't really looked into this very well, but I have a lot of moves like this. I have moves like this. So it'd be really difficult for black to kill any of my groups at this point. So this cut does look a little bit promising, but it doesn't work as far as I've read out anyways. By the way, I am only a 2Q, so if I do make mistakes sometimes, then just message me or something about it with like the variations you think was best. So I took a lot of time to read this out. If you look at my time, it says 15 minutes. Then it says I took 20 seconds on that move, or actually, I guess I took less time than I thought I did, but usually I play pretty fast, so taking 26 on the move is kind of longer for me. Anyways, so right here, I think I read something out different in the game, but I think I can just cut here. I don't think there's really anything black can do. I could just do this, and then black tries to cut me, I can just do this. And then there's no like, there's no like Tessa G. This is also, by the way, this is a good move to remember. This move at the head of two stones when you have a move like N5. This is also a lot of times good on the side. I'll show you a different variation later, but this is a good move to remember. In this case, it doesn't work because there's a Atari right here. Usually, black could cover like this, and then black would have to go. I mean, white would have to go this way, and then black could try to get out this way or something. But in this case, because there's this Atari right here, you can't do that. But this is a good move to remember when you have a stone at M4, L4, and L5, and N5. The move at M7 is a good move to consider if you're trying to get out or cover your opponent. So yeah, as far as I could read out, I could just cut right here. But I think there's a little more Aji with this move, so I like this move better. So obviously black can't cut right now, or maybe a ladder. Also, if you have certain questions on certain things I'm saying, just message me about that also. So I'm not sure about this cut by black. Well, actually, there's at this point, it's looking really bad for black because there's really no way for him to get out. I can just cover him any way he goes. So the only way for black right now is to win is to somehow kill my stones. So cutting is usually a good idea when you do that. I think I made myself weaker than I should have. I could just jump out and stuff like this, or I could make this eye over here and make sure I'm completely safe, or I could just connect over here. There's lots of things I could do besides just trying to like kill him fast. In the end, this actually turned out to be fine for me, but I don't think I needed to do this. So this move, I made this move because obviously if he cuts, then I have to capture and then I'm dead. So this move actually does two things. It gives me an eye at if I play D7, and of course it prevents me from getting killed. So black is kind of just strengthening me right now. And at this point, there's really nothing really black can do. If you read it out, there's no way for black to escape. I think right here, this is fine. I think it leaves a little bit less oddity, but I made this move. Then black would just try and random stuff. And then black made this move. Something to remember, usually this is better because you eat up your opponent's liberties. Of course, it leads to Satari, which is why in this case it's not good, because let's say it went like this. Then black, well actually, yeah, you'd have to make this move. Because black has this move right here. White would, trying to remember. Actually, yeah, black, I'm sorry. Black could just go like this. Or like this. Let's see. Oh, actually, wait. I know. It's like this. So, say he did this. Then, if you count the liberties, let's say black. Black. So, I think I actually read this a little bit wrong. But, it goes like this. I'm sorry, just a second. So in this case, black has this move. This move, in this case, doesn't work because black has a shortage of liberties. So obviously, black can't try to do this to increase his liberties or decrease the other ones. Because otherwise, white would play right here, and there's no way for it to snap back if black plays f1. So black would have to defend, just like something like this, and then black would play. White play this. Or actually, then white could just start reducing liberties. Black would have to connect, and or actually, wait.